Hi everybody. So with the show of hands, how many of you guys have smelly shoes? Okay, well we're here today to show you guys our solution. My name is Brisa.
I'm Amber.
I'm Owen.
And we're ILLUV.
So I'm gonna show you a couple numbers here, and they've got some kind of disturbing meanings. But so 50, that is how many bacteria are in a single colony of bacteria. On your shoe, there's about 425,000 colonies of bacteria. So that is 21,250,000 bacteria on each shoe, and that's on the lower estimate of it. It could definitely be a lot higher.
So what we do is make old shoes smell newer and cleaner, and we will fix this by creating sort of like a shoe box that gets rid of the bacteria and the bad smell living inside of the shoe using a UVC light.
So in total, we had 26 interviews, including teenagers and parents. We went to the YMCA here in Fond du Lac and Planet Fitness. We had some difficult experiences. They weren't there was not a lot of nice people, but there was a lot of great people that gave us a lot of feedback, and yeah. So the customer segment is teenagers, kids, and athletes. They're affected on how they're affected by being embarrassed to pick up the shoes around other people, and there's always a bad smell wherever their shoes are.
So we've researched a lot for our competition. We have found odor balls, odor eliminator sprays, and shoe powder. But we are better because our product actually lasts. During our interviews, we had a lot of people tell us that they use these products and they don't really last that long. Our product is unique and easy to use, and it actually gets rid of the odor.
The products and services we will provide to solve this problem is that it's going to eliminate bacteria, which causes the odor, and it's going to be a fresh smell to the shoes, and it's convenient and efficient.
All right, so this is our prototype here. I can show you. Oh, it fell off a little bit hard. But there's a UVC light that's on the top, and that light will turn on, and you just put your shoes in, close it up. It takes around 10 minutes, and it gets rid of the bacteria on your shoes. The tin foil is in there because it's one of the only known materials that can reflect a UVC light. So we're using that UVC light to eliminate bacteria in the shoes. It's safe to use, it's energy efficient, and it's very affordable when compared to other products that are using a UVC light. So this is our market size, our TAM, SAM, and SOM. So our TAM would be mothers in Wisconsin with kids. Our SAM would be mothers in Wisconsin with kids in sports, so it's a little more specific. And then our SOM would be mothers with kids in sports in Fond du Lac, which is narrowing it down even more.
So we will use social media to market our product. We will make flyers to put around the community, and we will use affordable prices to get and keep our product. We will also use efficient cleaning. For the social media, we plan to use TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook, and Instagram because we feel that these are the most common social media platforms that our target audience is on.
Alrighty, so we are planning on building a product, getting an early adopters list, and getting the early adopters to sign for that. We want to put our prototype in the customer's hands so that they can actually use it, and then give us feedback on the prototype so we know what we need to refine and fix for it.
So we had some changes on our BMC. So we changed our prices. We changed our price from $100 to $69.99. So we went down. We also changed our customer market. So we were normally targeted at like kids and teenagers, but now we added the mother or the parents because the parents are normally the customers, which makes the teens and kids the consumers. and we changed what platforms we were going to use to advertise. So we started off with YouTube and TikTok, and we added Instagram, Snapchat, TikTok, and Facebook.
All right, so this is our logo. Right now, it's just kind of in the prototype phase for that as well, but we planned on, just having it look like this. It has the two UVC light bulbs, and maybe to have a black background and have it light up. So our ask is we're asking for $100. We will use it for creating an efficient prototype with safety features. So we want $35 for those prototyping materials. We want $53 for advertisements to promote the test, and then $12 for the custom web URL.
Thank you for your time. Now we will be free to answer any questions you guys may have.
Well, I agree with changing your target market to parents, because my kids don't seem to care about their stinky feet, but I do. So I understand that the other products that are out there are probably treating the symptoms, right? Just kind of maybe covering up what's already there. So, and I get how you're trying to fix it. How do I know that it's effective, and how long does it kind of work for? You said it's longer lasting. Can you help me understand how effective it is versus competition, which might be easier just to apply it?
So with this, as you know, the cause of the smell is coming from bacteria.
Yep.
So our product uses that UVC light, and it actually kills the bacteria inside and outside of the shoe. So it's getting rid of what is actually causing the smell. So just by definition, if you were just to leave your shoe out after you did that, it would be a long-lasting result. Now, if you were to wear it again, get bacteria back in there, that's obviously going to get the smell back, and then you just put it back in there, and it lasts for a long time. You can just keep reusing the product rather than having to go into a store and continuously buy over and over again products that would essentially fix the problem by masking it rather than eliminating it at the source.
Sure. So for having 4 kids, I have a hard time getting them to take their shoes off and put them in the same spot. So what I would try to get to is make it easy to use, making sure it's not going to break like the light or whatever for your prototype. And just so I understand as a target market and how often they're going to have to repeat that cycle. Is it like a one time every 3 months? And I feel good every time I get in the car and they take their shoes off and I don't have to yell at them. Or, how much is it fixing my problem is what I'd like to know a little bit more of. And make sure it's easy to use. It's a good idea, really good idea.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm understanding I have a lot of problems by listening to you all talk.
I have an addition to that as far as, being able to back up your claims and actually be able to say, how long after you put it in there and then wear it again, okay, are you going to have to put it back in there after one wear? But more importantly, it would be interesting to see, the levels of bacteria. You could show that before and after. Maybe you could work with a science teacher or some of the universities to help you test that. It would be pretty easy to test, but get a look under a microscope, see what that looks like, because that'll probably gross people out to actually see it. The numbers themselves are gross, so I can only imagine seeing what it looks like. And then also, is it going to kind of look aesthetically pleasing? Is it going to be something that you can put out in your house? People put shoe racks and stuff by their doors. Is that kind of what you're going to be going for? Or is it going to be kind of hidden in a closet?
Well, we had an idea that it should be people should, the point is to keep it by their door so that when they get home or something, they can just put their shoes in and they can turn it on and do whatever. But we also have different sizes if people don't want to keep it by their door. That's one of our ideas, is to make different sizes for different size shoes, and also if they don't want to keep it by their door, they can keep it in their closet or something.
Cool.
Am I buying the box with the lights, or am I just buying the lights?
So that would be, the entire thing is just it's all put together for you. So you're buying the light, you're buying the box, you're buying everything there just with one, purchase. So.
how many prototypes will you be able to make for the 35 that is your allocation of dollars?
So for the light, it is quite expensive on its own. UVC light that is like this is around $20. So we would probably be making one prototype that is more efficient to use, like rather than just using a cardboard box. That'd be nice. But maybe 3D printing the box, having the light fit in there correctly, having some safety features. Just like we were thinking about using something, you know how a fridge, when you open it up, the light turns on. Having the opposite, so if the door is open, the light turns off and disconnects the connection to the light. So,
I mean, good idea, definitely. You know, think of what you can get tested and what you can get done in a short amount of time. What I would suggest is putting all of your dollars into building maybe 2 prototypes versus, I don't think you need to market if you only have 2 prototypes, really, at this point. I think you're gonna have I think you'll be able to find some users and some testers, and it would be great to see you build a working prototype and then share with us the evidence like that we're kind of craving, which would be the impact of how long it took, the effectiveness of it, how many times, how many shoes maybe they used and got through, would be great. Your prototype might be able to be reused, I don't know, in this early test. So maybe you can get a couple use cases, might be effective.
I agree. As far as your marketing costs, I would allocate more of those funds towards your prototyping. One thing that I see a lot of early stage projects fail on is they spend way too much money on their marketing before they need to. It's a mistake I made with my first startup idea, and that money should have gone towards making your product. If you want something to market, use your process of creating your product. People like seeing that, but I would put more money towards your product because then you will have something to market. It's tough to market something that you don't have yet.
It's a pretty easy ask as well. If you were to say, I need 5 people with really smelly shoes, you know, you're gonna have lots of volunteers to
For sure.
put smelly shoes in a box.
Can I just ask one other question? We thought it was really interesting, you were mentioning your experience with interviewing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so how did you handle the very difficult situations that you, I guess, were faced with? And what did you learn, or what advice do you have?
So we had kind of some rude people, but you know what? We just shook it off and we're like, we're not gonna let that get to us because we can do it. Like, and what was your other question?
No, just, I was gonna say, if you have advice, so, or are you gonna change? So here's the thing, you are gonna have to do more interviews. Interviews never end. That is the whole concept for entrepreneurs. You should always be talking to customers and understanding, whether it be when you're trying to gauge interest or when you're trying to get feedback on the product or other, you know, down the business development cycle. What will you do different in your next set of interviews based on what you learned in this round?
Probably go somewhere where we're more comfortable and like know the people around, because we had like a bad experience at the Fond du Lac YMCA and we never went back there again. We were kind of talking about that on the way back from the YMCA. We're like, yeah, next time we should probably go somewhere where we're more comfortable and we know the people.
That might build your confidence too for the next time, so I think that's fine.
Not every experience is going to be like
No.
that either. You know, you could go to another YMCA or another gym and everybody's great. That's just something you're unfortunately going to have to deal with sometimes, and that's a bummer. So, but good job on handling that and brushing it off, because
Thank you.
it's easier said than done.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.